Have I ever told you my
Can I
theory
interrupt
about...
you?
Yes.
It's episode 69.
Yes.
Funny number.
Very funny. Very funny. Yeah, so funny.
Is that what you wanted to say?
No, but it is now. Let's start.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hello, friends, and hello, foes, and welcome to the funny number episode of the Comedi-Songs.
It's funny. It's the funny number.
It's the funny number.
Yeah.
It's the podcast that proves to everyone that not everyone should have a podcast. See the
Evidently,
intro.
after that joke, yeah.
I'm joined by the man who's my kia halhe to my kaiseho. It's Jono.
Gozaimasu?
No. That's
Yep.
for our Urdu and Hindi speakers.
Yes, I meant gozaimasu to all our Japanese listeners, and hello to all our
I don't want to interrupt you, Jono. I don't want to interrupt you,
Yeah,
Jono.
please
First
do.
of all,
Save me. I need saving. Yeah.
First of all,
Yep.
cracker's time to be recording right now
Mate, it is what? 7 p.m.?
on a Sunday.
On a Sunday. That's nice.
It's nice. It's a long weekend.
But it's the King's birthday long weekend.
It's a King's long
So we are
weekend.
making hay while the sun shines.
There's no sun.
That's actually true because...
We've got a huge show today,
No,
Joe.
excuse me. I was onto something
Okay,
here.
go ahead,
I was
sorry.
going to say, this day is not actually the King's birthday, and it wasn't actually the Queen's birthday. If they're choosing a random day, put it in summer.
Yes.
Don't put it in
Good
June.
point. Yeah,
No one
it's
likes
a bad
June.
time to have an extra
Yeah.
day of holidays.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not biting the hand that feeds me.
No.
We've got a huge
Mate,
show.
it is a massive show this week.
Jono, at the start of this week, Apple had a big
Yeah,
convention.
Tim Apple got up there.
Tim Apple
and he started
Tim Apple.
talking about the goggles.
The goggles,
Yeah.
the swim goggles
The
that
swim
they make.
goggles. I'm pretty sure that's
you'll
what
be
it is.
lucky to know that that's not the only convention that's happening this week.
I'm very excited to find out more. And
What's
then,
else?
Joshua, I've got some bad news.
Oh, no.
We are under attack, Joshua.
Oh, you're kidding.
Gen Z is under attack.
No.
The boomers have started doing stand-up comedy about the Gen Z.
This is
and
hot. I
that's
can't
not
believe this.
fair.
This
I
is
don't
not-
like
this is
being
not-
on
I
the
don't
other
like
side
to
of
do the other way. This is
No,
not fun.
I don't.
I don't like it.
So, Josh, we've got to defend ourselves.
We have to. And after that, Jono, well, you know, there's a concept of that happens between friends called a shout. Like, I'll shout you something.
Yes.
Or I'll
I'm
shout you
familiar
next
with
time.
this. Yeah.
I want to have a discussion. I want to know the ins and outs of it.
Not the rules of the shout.
It's not the rules.
but-
It's not the
but
rules. It's not the rules.
intricacies
It's
of
a
the shout.
discussion
Yeah.
around the shout.
I like that. That sounds
What's
good.
happening
It
after
also
that,
sounds like an
John?
ABC show. The shout.
Hello and welcome to the shout.
To the shout. And then Joshua, you know,
Hosted by Raphael Epstein. Sorry.
either Raphael Epstein or like Charlie Pickering.
Yeah, true.
Like no in between. Joshua, everyone is different.
8
right?
p.m. after Media Watch.
Media Watch sounds fake.
Media Watch
The
is a real
shout sounds
thing.
real.
Yeah, true. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, finish describing to everyone what's happening.
Everyone is different.
Yeah.
And some people say courses for horses.
Courses for horses.
Let's discuss.
Yeah, okay. Well,
That's definitely the saying.
Is that
Yeah.
the-
Courses
yeah, I
for
think
horses.
so.
Yeah. All right. First slide.
yeah. So, Jono, Apple this week released their swimming goggles.
They did.
They look
Apple,
ripper.
He was talking about these futuristic
Goggles
like,
that go across
augmented
the
swimming
eyes.
goggles. Yeah.
And you know, that was released at their thing called WWDC, which
The
is
Worldwide Developers Conference.
You knew
Look
what
at
that was.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I knew it too.
Yeah.
We
We're
looked
both
into
single.
We're nerds.
That's why we know that. Yeah.
And I was listening, and it's a great way for them to, you know, they that's how they get information out to their developers
Yeah.
about what's happening with their systems, with their software and hardware.
a great advertising
and
thing as well.
adware.
Yeah.
It makes waves.
It does. It's
It makes
actually
waves.
genuinely interesting, even if you don't know much about software.
I like it.
It's genuinely
just to
interesting.
especially with this year, it was super interesting hearing about all the thing. Whatever, not important. But it reminded me actually that there's actually another conference that goes on around this time of the year.
Interesting.
And I don't know if you've heard about it.
Probably
it's called
not.
Joshua's Worldwide Developer Conference.
Oh, yeah, actually.
It's actually really crazy.
Now that you mention
And
it.
it's
now
really
that you
interesting.
mention it,
It is all about, you know, like what's happening with Josh, what's the newest updates to Josh.
Yeah.
So, without the due, I thought I'd just
they've
take this
been
time.
slow on that update.
Well, no,
man.
here's the thing. They've been really slow on the update.
Yeah.
But they asked me, could we use this segment of time to
Well,
play it?
it seems only appropriate,
to
doesn't
listen
it?
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, should we listen to it?
I think we should.
Good morning. Welcome to JJJWWDC, Joshua's Worldwide Developer Conference. And welcome to this podcast, this very special segment of announcements about Josh's latest technologies and platforms. We love to let our Josh developers dream up huge ideas and bring them to life in the incredible apps they make for Josh. These technologies have helped create entire industries, enrich the lives of Josh's users, and change the world. Driven by the integration of hardware, software, and alcohol, the experiences we're going to show you today deliver the magic of when only using Josh. It's something only Josh can do. To get started, I'm going to hand it over to Josh to talk about the hardware.
It's a transfer.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Thanks, Josh. The Josh truly is an amazing piece of hardware, and it has been completely transformed from the transition to full-time work. With industry-leading performance, new capabilities, and an extraordinary battery life, this is the world's best-selling Josh. And now, we have huge news coming soon to Josh. The world's best-selling Josh just got a little smaller. And the new Josh has everything you want in a podcast host. From a general drop in mass by 5 kilograms and an extra 5 to 10 kilogram drop in weight by the end of the year, this is Josh at its lightest. And with added ability to sit cross-legged for a large amount of time, this is Josh at his most flexible as well. And now we're going to pass it to Josh, who's going to talk about the software that's coming out for Josh.
Very soft.
It's something only Josh can do.
Oh my God, every time.
It's really been incredible how far we've taken Josh to its limits, and I couldn't be more happy about its future. So without further ado, it's time to learn about what's new in software with Josh.
Here we go.
You see it
I'm
first.
excited.
Here's Craig. Sorry, I mean Josh.
It gets better every time.
Rule of 4.
Yeah, it's good.
Let's talk about Josh OS. This year, we looked at the entire Josh experience to provide more ducking features that make the things you do on Josh more personal and intuitive.
Great.
Josh OS brings Josh OS 42 brings more effective communication, intelligent input, and all new experiences to using Josh. Let's begin with a significant
Talking a
update
lot.
to an app that
I
assists
know.
you,
Very yappy.
communication, and reliability. Calendars. That's right,
Yeah.
the newest Josh OS has brought calendaring to the forefront
It's
of
already being
technology.
rolled out.
That means if you need Josh at a recording at 7:30, he won't be turning up at 8:15.
You might be turning up at
If you
6.
expect him to be coming to a lunch at 1, he won't be coming at 3 p.m.
That's good.
We heard the community.
Great
We knew
update.
we had to spend this time to focus on a very tentpole of our OS system, Josh Maps. We are
great.
bringing new maps
Great.
and suburb support for
Suburbs
North
is
Coburg, Preston, and every New South Wales suburb by the end of the year.
Wow.
You will be able to rely on Josh
All
for
of
all
them.
your suburb needs, as long as it's in the northeast of Melbourne.
I'm setting a cup.
It truly has
As long as
been
it's in
an
the
amazing
northeast
year
of
for
Melbourne.
Josh, and we are so happy to bring you these changes. Happy JJJWWDC.
Amazing.
That was
wow.
fucking good.
How
No,
crazy.
Let's do
Whoa.
a run through of the new features.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So did it say you're going to be only 5 kilograms?
No, it said I've already
Reduce-
lost 5
Ah,
kilograms and might be losing 5 to 10 more kilograms by the end
Mate,
of the
easier
year.
to carry around in a backpack.
Yeah.
Much easier.
Much lighter. Easy to pick up.
Easy to pick up.
Better battery life.
That's good. That's an important
I'm always
one.
worried about Josh's battery life.
There have been times where the battery life has been a worry, but
See that one short where I yawned in the middle of it?
but it's good to see that the battery life is going to be
Yeah,
including.
it is.
You said every New South Wales suburb.
Well,
Everyone.
That's what Josh Maps.
Everyone,
Josh Maps.
every single New South
Josh
Wales
Maps.
suburbs. I'm going to make a calendar reminder exactly 1 year from now, and then every northeast suburb.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I said North Coburg,
Yeah,
Preston,
Yep.
and every New South Wales person. And I said as long as it's but only in the temporary for all of that is that it has
Josh
to be
OS needs a fucking update, right?
airport buffer.
That's great. And what was there any other key features that I'm missing?
Nah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Time for the next slide. Joshua, we are under attack.
Oh, no.
We are under attack.
Oh,
Can you
no.
hear the air raid siren?
Woo, woo.
Oh, no, we are under attack. For too long, Joshua, we've had it too good.
You're kidding.
We've been the ones, Gen Z, we've
You're
been the
not-
ones
yeah, we
shitting on
have.
boomers.
But it's fair though. They deserve it.
They deserve
What
it.
did we do to
Everything.
deserve this?
Well, apparently a lot of things.
I don't know
Have you
about that.
seen this video of a lady whose name is actually Karen? I think she's 62 years old, and she gets up there and she's done like a 10-minute stand-up like bit, and it's explaining the generations.
No, I
And every
haven't heard
generation
this.
she talks about, she explains why they are like they are, and it's okay. And then
Yeah.
she gets to Gen Z, and she goes, "This is why Gen Z is never going to be able to take over the world."
Oh, no.
And proceeds to list why we're terrible.
Oh,
I've got the
no.
clip for you right now,
I
and I
need to
don't
hear
like
this.
it, Joshua.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Shall I play it?
Please do.
Gen Z doesn't know how to write a check. They don't know how to address an envelope. They don't know how to read cursive. They don't know how to read a paper map. They can't get anywhere unless there's a GPS map on their phone. All I'm saying is if Gen Z takes over the world, it's going to be pretty easy to get it back.
Her crowd of boomers,
I gotta be
fucking
honest.
ate that shit up.
Oh,
Now-
I gotta be honest. I'm so worried, John. I don't know about
Now,
paper checks.
what I've done,
Okay.
I've written down what she said, and we can go through it and say if we need. But then I dove into the comment section. That's where the real gold is.
Right.
But so she said, we don't know how to write a check. Now, not saying that I don't know how to write a check.
Hypothetically,
but
we might.
Hypothetically, if I was to tell you off the top of my head right now how to do it, I might struggle. But I reckon if I was looking at a check, surely I could figure that out, right?
Boomers can't open a phone and type a message without ending it with their name. So you know what?
true.
I think
That's
between
true.
communicating with the new technology that's
Yeah.
coming right now and
Yeah.
asking us, can
Yeah.
you write a bloody check?
now-
Maybe you learn how to use your bank app.
Yeah,
And don't fall for a phishing scam.
That's what I was going to say. Learn that Combank don't email you and say, click here, your ATO needs to order your right. Now, addressing an envelope, that's bullshit. Surely
I know.
you can address.
Oh, come on, man.
Mate, maybe we're doing it wrong. I would write, say we lived at Comedi-Songs way, right? I
Yeah.
would write the Comedi-Songs, 123 Comedi-Songs Lane, Comedieville,
Yep.
1115.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe, I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't
we're
know.
too old, but
Do
I
you
don't
put
know.
the return address on the back?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't.
You can if you
I
want.
tell you what.
I've seen those people.
I
and
don't
honestly
write
don't
letters.
respect- I think the disrespect is these people that put the stickers of their home address on the
Oh,
back.
that's a power move.
That's a power
It's
move.
always like the trendy old people that do that. They put that.
I've got my little label maker. I actually heard Russell was loving this
Mate,
set. I did
stay
hear.
tuned for Russell. I've got some big news on Russell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you'll find out.
You have news about
I
it.
do have news about Russell.
Okay.
Read cursive.
Read cursive.
I can't fucking read cursive. My grandma was a secretary and she had the neatest handwriting ever, but it was all in Spagoogly language, so I couldn't read a single thing.
When we were at school,
Why are we coming across
every
this cursive?
single there was only one person I knew who had really cursive writing. Alan.
Yeah. That's who I was thinking when you were saying that.
And
yeah.
it was he had the most beautiful writing.
It was like
could not read it.
No, that's right. I reckon his was like slightly more modern cursive, like not the scrawly, but still like so cursive that I didn't know what the fuck
Listen,
it
Karen,
was.
Karen. Learn to type.
Learn how to convert
learn to type without
a fucking
using two
word.
fingers like this.
Yeah,
I
and
was
then when
at
you need
work.
to save it to PDF, learn how to fucking do that as well. Yeah.
I was at work in the office and I saw one of my managers typing like this.
A demonstration.
What
Josh
am I
is going
doing?
left
What am I
finger,
doing?
right finger, left finger, right
And
finger.
it was the funniest thing.
Have you noticed I also don't know how to copy and paste information? Say there's like a phone number that they need to get from here to here. They'll go 0, 4. It's like, bitch, fucking copy, paste, done.
Sometimes it doesn't
Yeah.
work, but most of the time it's just it's easier to
Fucking-
do.
And they're like, just double handling everything.
Or learn
No.
how to read a screen. Understand what the
That's the-
symbols
and
are on your
don't
screen.
print the screen off. My dad does not understand how I work. He's like, but what if someone like needs you to do something at work? I'm like, they will just send me a message. He's like, and then like you'll print it off, put it in your diary.
No,
I just
put
have
it.
another screen that I keep Slack open on, and then I just work off that.
That
He's
doesn't
like,
make sense to me. You need.
Oh.
I used to email my.
Yeah.
I send a mail, physical piece of mail to
But
my.
he had
my
a
manager.
secretary who would print off his emails and give them to him. Like, that's a whole
Mate,
other level of
I remember when I was a kid, we used to have a fax machine.
You had a fax machine?
As a kid.
Must be very, very
My mum had a
nice.
fax machine, and it was mainly
grandma had
used
one.
as a computer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
phone, sorry, as a phone.
Yeah.
And B,
How weird is that?
the
by
weirdest
way?
machine I've ever seen.
Yeah. You could send... I still don't understand how a fax
I
machine...
don't get it.
I don't get
So you
it
just
either.
scan through and it comes out, but then it actually gets sent to the other person?
Yeah. So it's...
Do you know they have digital fax now? You know that's the dumbest thing.
Is that just not email?
I don't know, but it's very
It's
close
like...
to.
Is that essentially I could send a Word doc directly to your printer?
Yeah,
That
maybe.
actually sounds like the fucking most dodgy shit.
I'm not sure how it works. I just know it's a thing.
That's wild.
I think it's just it's used as a name so that people like boomers who don't understand it.
True, they're like,
I don't know
fax
what
machine,
this
fax
printing
machine.
thing is,
But I do know
fax
fax
machine.
I love a fax machine.
Yeah.
All right, the last two I'm going to group together before we get into the comments. Read a paper map and can't go anywhere without GPS on their phone. I can't go anywhere with GPS on my phone.
I don't know any of
can't
the
follow a map.
suburbs of Australia, of Melbourne. I don't think I have any comments to that.
But you get around. I make it there in one piece most of the time.
Sometimes I forget what's the north of a Coburg, but that's okay.
Have you ever tried navigating anywhere with a Melway?
Oh, it sucks.
Impossible.
It sucks.
Absolutely impossible.
It sucks. Maybe in like when I was a little kid, like
Yeah.
your parents might have had the big
But
book.
the problem with the Melway, if you don't know where you are, you're screwed.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is. So that's why you've got to I remember Dad going, we're on Pascoe Vale Road. Oh, and that's McCracken Street.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can go your own way or you can use a Melway.
You can use a Melway. All right. So I delve into the comments.
Yeah.
And I was looking forward to the Gen Z army just absolutely demolishing Karen, right?
How did it go?
I'm like, they're just going to, all the stuff that we said, I'm
Yeah.
like, that's what they're going to say. They doubled down on what she was saying, and I've never been more proud of my people. What they did was just list all the shit that they don't know how to do that old people always talk about.
Yeah.
And just going, you're right. I don't know how to cultivate a field with a horse-drawn plow. I don't know how to raise a cow and birth it through motherhood. I don't know how to clean the inside of a chimney, start a fire with no tools, sew a dress, drive a stagecoach. Fucking hell. This one's great. Load a musket. Mate, kids these days, they don't know how to load a musket. Is a
Mate,
musket
I don't even know how to run a wheat mill. How do you run a wheat mill?
Mate, you don't know how to run a wheat mill?
No.
I don't know how to play music using a gramophone.
Mate, I don't even know how do you get conscripted for war?
How do you actually
How do you even happen?
I tell you what.
I've never been done that in my life.
No, I tell you why it's a problem that we might get conscripted to war. Because I don't know how to churn butter. I also, if I did get conscripted for war for not knowing how to churn butter, because I think that's what happens, I wouldn't be able to send a message for help because I don't know how to use Morse code. I wouldn't be able to entertain myself in the prisoner of war camp because I don't know how to play that game where you have the hoop and the stick.
This is going to be a problem, mate. I don't even know how do you perform a Shakespearean play from 1500s.
How do you
do
a
that
Shakespearean play
in front of the Queen Elizabeth herself?
And Joshua, this man to man here, being honest.
Yeah.
How do you hunt a mammoth with a spear? I don't know how to do any of these things.
How do you make those paints that they use to do the on the walls of a cave?
Oh, that's true.
How do you do that?
How do you buy a can of beans from one of those shops where you have to ask the shopkeeper for everything, and you can actually go in? How does the milkman know to deliver milk to your front door?
How am I going to live in this life if I don't know
can't
how
do
to have a sled of huskies and ride to the North Pole?
I don't know how to make a husky pull me on my sleigh. Joshua, this is why Gen Z.
We're screwed.
We're screwed. It's funny because we know what's happening.
How's it going?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear King Mike. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray! Are you happy?
You guys are 2 months late.
No, it's the King's birthday, mate.
tomorrow.
It's King's birthday long weekend.
Oh, the King's birthday.
Yeah, your
King's
King Mike.
birthday. So we just thought, as your loyal subjects, we better wish you a happy birthday on the pod. You know, this coming out the day after the long weekend, so we just thought we better get ahead of the
We were just
crowd.
so excited. You know, it's your birthday tomorrow. You're giving us all a day off.
And we
That's
really
nice.
appreciate
and we
that.
also appreciate that if you weren't busy. Maybe you could give us a like on our newest Instagram post. Find us on social media.
Yeah, seeing we all have a day off, and you can easily go on Comedi-Songs and leave a message. We're in the mid-roll, by the way, Mike, if you haven't noticed. So we appreciate you letting us waste your evening. We saw you having dinner with your family just before, so apologies for that. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your birthday. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, loyal subject.
All right, sorry about that, Mike. See ya.
Bye.
Should I press the button again?
Oh, yeah, I feel bad. Yeah, press the button.
Jono, you know how every French group has this sort of
French group?
friends group.
Every French group has
Well,
a
as you know,
has a
every
baguette.
French group they
And
have a
Eiffel
baguette,
Tower.
an Eiffel Tower,
And a snail. Yeah, that's great.
Every French group has a thing that they do.
Yeah.
Maybe for whatever reason, it's like the ever-going thing of the shout. Like, I'll shout you.
I'll
next
shout
time.
you. Yep.
I wanted to sort of talk about it because I was thinking about it today. Like, is the shout something that goes without saying? Like, is it?
I think it's something that it exists, and you know that you have to do it. But it's interesting. It's not like a clear delineated thing when you need to shout.
It's different if it's like, I owe you because whatever reason.
That's not a shout.
I bet. That's not a shout.
That's
right?
not. This one's on me.
This one's on me, right? But
Yeah.
it's also for example, taking like an experience we had with the boys once.
Yep.
Me, if I ordered a bowl of chips for the boys.
Yep.
And knowing that I probably wanted some, but it was to share.
Yep.
That's not shouting because I didn't.
That's not a shout. That's not a shout.
Because you would have if you said, "Oh man, I could go for chips," I'm like, "Yeah, I'll shout you."
Exactly. Yeah.
And then I
this
put it
is
on the
another
table.
thing I'd say with a shout. I think a shout can't be a communal thing. I think it
No,
has
you're
to
right.
be
It'd be
something that the other person was going to have to pay
It's
for
a one-on-one
themselves.
thing. It's a smaller
one-on-one
group thing. In a four-person.
Beer is the most obvious thing. It's like, oh, you want a drink? I'll shout you a drink. I haven't seen you in a while. I'll shout you a drink. Yeah.
Right, but that's also different from like, say, like you win something.
Yeah.
And then they say they shout you, or it's my shout.
So like, if you're saying you win the Tats Lotto or something.
Yeah, Tats Lotto.
Yeah. You win. You win Tats Lotto. You win 40 big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we go to a pub and you say, well, this dinner, this is my shout because I just won 40 big ones.
Oh, yeah, no, if for whatever reason there's an argument and like something happens and then it's like, oh, yeah, that's my shout, and then it happens. That's sort of shout, right?
If there's an argument.
Like that, would that be how that works?
If we have an argument and someone starts shouting.
Well, shouting is part of an argument. Yeah.
So
I mean, like, let's say, like, there was a, like, for example, you and Mike had a bet, right? That's not as much of an argument. And then if he wins, he'll shout you.
Yeah, if
is
it's
that
a
still
bet,
a shout?
Or
is that the results of the bet?
Oh, that's a rough one because I think how you would phrase it, you would say, if you win the bet that Josh will fall over randomly in the next day, and he does fall over in the next day.
I don't like that bet.
What Mike and I do in our spare time is not for you to
That's
judge.
not very nice.
If we make
Is that how he spends his birthday?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
If we make that bet,
Yeah.
I think you would say, if Josh does fall over tomorrow, you win, and I'll shout you a drink or whatever.
Right, but that's still a shout. Or is that the outcome of the bet?
I think the outcome of the bet is a shout.
Right. Is there any other times that, like, at the footy, that's a big shout opportunity?
Okay, here's an interesting one.
Okay.
Say you're at the footy, right? And maybe the cricket's an even better example.
Yeah,
You're there all
yeah.
day, you might have a couple rounds of drinks.
Right, yeah.
If you know the round is going to get round to everyone, say I get first round, you get second round, someone gets third round, I don't think it's fair for someone to say, you know what, I'll shout this one. You're not shouting because you know you're going to be paid back. And also,
you know, there's an
it's
order
going
already
to go around.
established.
Yeah.
If everyone's going, all right, Jimbo's going to be the one that goes get the beers. He brings around 4 beers. Everyone has a beer.
And then
you're next. You go,
and then
my
Derek
shout.
goes.
It doesn't work like that because we already all knew that the
Exactly.
assumption was after two people have gotten beers for everyone that like
It just falls into place.
It falls into place.
There's always that one person though who's like the sixth guy, and it may not get to him. He's just in there. Oh no.
But that way, if he said, "Oh yeah, guys, I'll shout at this time,"
Yeah.
out of order.
Yeah.
First of all,
That's-
dog move.
Yeah, dog move. Exactly, dog move.
But is it? But it's probably considered a pretty worthy shout.
Okay. There's two things I want to hash down on this.
Okay.
If the first guy, right, if he says I'll shout,
Yeah.
I think that's okay because the system hasn't yet been established that it's going to go around.
So let's assume you're there. And
Yeah,
like
there's
maybe
five
no
of
one's
us.
had anything
No one's
to drink
drinking.
yet.
I
We've
get
sat
up.
down for about 20 minutes
Yeah.
and like it's that time when everyone knows we should get a beer or
we
something.
should get something. Yeah.
And you stand up and you go, guys, I'm gonna just go for a walk.
Yeah.
I'll get some beers.
My
My
shout.
shout.
Yeah.
That is
I
a
think
shout.
that's fine. And then the next person, they can't go, oh.
But is the pressure
this
on the next person to be like, oh shit, that means I
don't
have to
think
shout.
it is. The next person gets to decide if they're just going to take that as an act of goodwill, which
Or they
I think
pass
is okay,
it to the rest of them.
or they pay it forward.
Because if they
Yeah.
pay it forward, but if they don't pay it forward, then it's goodwill.
Yeah, the third person.
But then the next, it's up for grabs from anyone.
I think it's over
The
at that
offer's
point.
out there.
I think if the second person doesn't do it, the third person, nah, it's not on them to do it.
Right,
But
yeah.
if the second person does it, then the third person has to do it. It's very dog if the third person didn't shout. And they can't say it's my shout.
No.
They just go, it's my turn, my round.
But
This
that's
round's on
after
me.
two people going.
That's after two people, yeah. This is some nitty gritty. I
Yeah,
like this.
this is- there you go.
I'm just thinking about sitting in the cricket.
So is there another version of the shout that jumps out at you? Is it like there's like
It's rarely
payout
food.
of a bet? But that's not. Is that
bet-
still a shout?
I think
shout?
I think it has to be classified
Result
as a
says
shout.
a shout, so it's still a shout.
Yeah. Voluntarily offering to buy everybody.
yeah.
Or a one-on-one thing I think is more likely.
Yeah. Anytime
And
it's
then
like for the table, that's just being a good guy.
That's being
not
a good
shout.
guy. Yeah. You know-
Although if I
yeah.
if I was in a group of four people and I went, guys, I'll grab some chips for my shout. Does that not feel like a shout?
Chips are communal.
Communal.
And
so
if you're
it's not-
splitting the cost of chips, grow the fuck up.
yeah,
Like it's $6 for a bowl of chips. Just cop that one on the chin.
Yeah, come on.
That's where
That's a
you
good point.
buy it, and then when you're divvying up the bill at the end, and someone go, "How much is chips?" You go, "Don't
I'll
worry,
give
don't
it-
worry.
give
It's
it-
just
don't worry.
I'll pay for it. Don't worry. I'll sort it. It's
Yeah,
only
yeah,
$6. No, don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. No, seriously, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
So when
Yeah.
it comes to like, there's a couple dimensions we've done. I want to turn to one other
What's
one.
a
that's like
dimension?
Dimension.
Oh, yeah,
Dimension is the dimension of dinosaurs.
When's that Josh 2.0 update coming?
Yeah, it's coming down the line.
I noticed that speech wasn't
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Never
gotta
going to
wait.
solve that one.
for Josh 3.0. But yeah, what are the dimensions of the French
dimensions.
group? Yeah.
Dimensions of the French group.
Yeah.
Like another dimension is like birthday parties. Right.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
shout
we
you
were-
a beer.
Yeah, shout you a beer.
You shouted me a beer.
I did shout
Or was
you
it
a
King
beer.
Mike? Was it you?
I got you a beer.
I think he was intending to do it, and
then I stole it
you-
from him.
Yeah, because I said,
Right.
"Oh, I'm going to go get a drink."
But
He
when
said,
we were
"No,
at
what do
the
you
restaurant,
want?" Yeah,
you were the guy that went, no, I got it, right?
yeah. I said I wanted to set the precedent that I'm a strong, independent young male.
But everyone
Yeah.
fucked it up. I felt stressful. This is where it came to.
That
It's
was a
'cause-
very strange
because
situation.
a bunch of people stood up and started ordering, and then I noticed that people came asking for it, and I panicked, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, crap. Should I like get up and go and order something directly from them so that I don't
Yeah.
have to put it on you? Because now I'm like, well,
This
shit.
is
There's a
about
couple people.
Paying for the bill.
Yeah, they're paying for like a drink, right?
Yeah.
Like I could tell a couple of people had actually gone up and actually paid for their own drink.
Ah,
And they've set an
interesting.
almost precedent of like, oh well, if you're
Yeah.
okay, don't let the birthday boy pay for everything.
Yeah, but then everyone sorted me out afterwards, so that was fine.
Oh yeah, no, that works, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Well, I got one other thing. Let's say hypothetically,
Can I just say though, everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Well, don't pay," and then no one went and fucking paid it. I was waiting for like 10 minutes, going, "Oh, let's make a move. Oh, how about we go?" And then no one went and did it, so I went and did it. Yeah.
And let's say hypothetically that there was a conversation on this podcast regarding a certain store.
Yeah.
And then someone said that it's that we'd go to IKEA and bring
No,
another friend my shout.
no, it's not
and
my
they have
shout.
it, and they,
No.
I will find that video. And they said
Yeah.
that it's my shout, and they haven't acted upon it.
I have a dog now. I can't go.
What's the?
He's got separation
he's-
anxiety.
What? How long does that chat last for?
I think it's like a gift card, 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Should I? Okay. Okay. No worries. Then I'll get back to you when you're able to get out of the house, and I'll ask you and go for this IKEA.
I actually can't ever leave. Never leave the house.
Well, there you go.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
I will shout you a segment on the next slide because it's my segment, and I'm going to do. So you don't have to use your brain.
Yeah,
to
that's
think
okay.
about it,
Thank you for that.
Can you shout me the sound effect?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I actually cut that sound effect. So
I'll do it again.
It's still my,
Do you need me to do it again?
Yeah, do it again. Yeah. Do you want to do it one more time?
You want to play the JJWWDC?
No, I don't. I'm just going to stop it.
Joke from?
Courses for horses, Joshua. It's a very specific saying.
Is that a website?
Most people, I don't know. Is it a website?
Hi, my name is... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my God. I think most people do say horses for courses, but that's not what we're talking about.
I don't understand
because
where we're going with
some
this.
people like mains and some people like dessert, right? So courses for horses.
But this... Okay, no.
What I wanted to discuss...
I'll let you keep going with it.
I've been having a couple dinners out every once in a while. It must be very nice,
Must be very
right?
nice.
And I was in a situation where I actually had more than one course for the first time in a long time. 'Cause,
Whoa,
do you know when
must be nice.
I know, it must be. It was paid for by the company.
Oh.
Must be very, very nice.
So is this about having a course for that guy?
No, it's nothing to do with the
little
horse.
horse over
Nothing
there.
to do with my horse.
But what's the courses for? What's the four horses part of the courses?
Well, it's a joke saying people say horses for courses, that the horse is designed for the course, but I'm saying that the course is designed for the human. And if you had to just let me continue, we would have found that out.
Start the segment with courses for humans.
Courses for humans.
Isn't it weird how we have it?
Can I continue my story? So I've been going out. When you and I have gone out for dinner, right? We just have one course.
Yeah.
You just get made. And it's always the parma or the steak, right?
Yeah.
Or, as we mentioned last week,
Yeah.
the vegan
souvlaki.
souvlaki. But I went out for dinner for the company. Must be very, very nice.
Yeah.
And we got two courses. We got entree and main. And I decided if you're going to have two courses, that's the way to do it. Every time you go out with an old person, they want mains and dessert. I feel like dessert.
It's true.
I can leave dessert these days.
I'm not a desserty person.
Were you as a kid? Because as a kid, it's like, fuck yeah, we're having dessert.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, like if I'm having dinner with my family,
Yeah. Like at home?
main, and then we'll have some fruit or if there's a special dessert as a kid,
Yeah.
That's
oh my God.
It's a bit
Mate, when I was at home the other day, Mum had whipped up a chalky mousse.
Ooh.
I know. And I'll take that.
Sticky date pudding the other day.
Oh my God.
Had the boomers over. Sorry, had the grandparents over.
Mate, boomers love a sticky date pudding. But that's what I was thinking. If you had to say, we're going to have two courses, do you want mains or dessert, mains and entree? I'm taking entree any day of the week because they're just better.
I agree.
Yeah. With all like cuisines and stuff, right? They always have banging entrees, but sometimes the dessert is shit. So talk about like Indian, right?
Yeah.
If you want entree for Indian, you get like a samosa,
Get some papadums
curry
with
puff,
some sauces.
some those other things, pakoras, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What about like Chinese? Like what would you have? Like
Spring rolls,
mate.
a bit of fried rice or something. That's
Always-
not main, sorry.
Oh, you could get like
a little bit of bowl of rice.
A little bowl of rice.
Peking
Sancho
duck.
bao.
Sancho bao.
That's what I had as my entree
Yeah.
with the company.
Nice.
That's good. But desserts, I feel like they're all the same.
Yeah.
Everywhere
And no one
you
ever
go.
has.
No.
You have to go to a really nice place
Yeah,
to get a
actually
dessert
get
that's
a good
crazy.
good dessert. I was thinking when you're a kid, the three sort of main desserts you have.
Wait.
Yep.
Ice cream?
Yeah, just like one scoop.
Yep.
And it's always in like a plastic bowl. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
They never give the
Chocolate
kids
cake?
stuff. 100%. And it's always like a packet mix, fucking
Yep,
shitty chocolate cake.
yep.
For 50 cents extra, you can get a scoop of ice cream.
Yeah, because ice cream with cake.
And now this might be crazy.
Fruit bowl. They have a fruit bowl
Oh,
sometimes.
really?
Yeah, a little bit. Every
Mate,
once in a
I'm
while.
6 months older than you. Back in my day, we didn't have a fruit bowl. I was going to say a banana split.
Oh, I've never had a banana split.
You've never had a banana split?
I don't think so.
Oh my God, I'm going to make you one.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you a banana split.
Yeah.
Mate,
Okay.
every
I don't think
time-
I've had a
there
banana
was
split.
this
I might have, but I don't remember it very
One
well.
shitty restaurant, I'm going to name and shame, the Palms Cafe, right? It's on Mount Alexander Road in Essendon.
Oh, I
And
did.
Which one? It's just like a mum and pop operation, and the clientele hasn't changed at all.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of cheap and family friendly. So if we were going out for like a birthday in like primary school, we'd go there every single time.
Yeah.
banana split every single time. I'd hear Palms Cafe. I'm like, I'm getting a fucking banana split.
You
tonight.
brought something with the
Yeah.
sides versus entrees versus desserts for me.
Yeah.
Can I bring something up?
All right.
This is,
Let's hear your theory.
As someone who has a main and sometimes feels
Yeah.
like it's hard to tell how big it is.
Yeah. Do you get worried? You're ordering and you go,
This is why I started realizing.
I don't know, is this going to be enough?
I wish that it was more normalized. And I know it might be normalized, but my anxiety tells me it isn't. To be like, no, let's get a little bit of something with it.
Yeah.
Like an entree first.
Yeah.
Or go to a place that can do that.
That is actually, see, it's a fail safe.
It's hard to know because you might get a pub. If it's a pub thing.
Yeah.
And
if it's a
pubs
pub, you know it's going to be huge.
True.
Yeah.
It's fine. But if you're like
It's Italian restaurants, it's touch and go. Yeah.
Hard to know. Is it
Yeah.
going to be like 3 big pieces of pasta?
Yeah. Or is it going? Yeah, is it going to be a whole bowl, or is it
Yeah.
going to be one ravioli?
No
Yeah.
idea.
And sometimes at Italian restaurants, I find getting the entree size pasta is fine for a main if you've got entree.
Yeah.
So confusing.
This is what I mean.
Oh my god! But I was trying to think, 3-course meal.
Yeah.
If you had to have a 3-course meal, what is the ideal genre of food or cuisine? Because I was thinking, you've got to factor in dessert there. You've got to, because I'd say like Indian, but I don't. What is the Indian dessert?
They have a
Like sweets
what's it
and
called?
stuff?
There's a specific kind of thing. I don't know what it's called.
But I reckon you've got to go just modern Australian, kind of Italian, generic like pub food. Kind
What
of
would
like
that look like?
Universal
What would that
cafe
look
type
like
food.
then?
So I was thinking entree.
Yeah.
And this is back.
Arancini.
Oh, fuck, that's a good call, actually.
Oh.
I was going to say salt and pepper calamari.
Oh, no, that's a even
Yeah.
better one.
'Cause you can't go wrong with
You
salt and
can't.
pepper calamari.
I had calamari the other day. Banging.
Oh, I haven't had calamari in nearly 3 years.
Okay,
But
vegetarian.
I was
Move on.
thinking salt and pepper calamari. Yeah. Then main, not a parma, but a schnitzel.
Yeah, no, I know
Because you
what
can get
mean.
like maybe like a mushroom gravy or something. And then,
And this is what I did the other day when we were at the pub.
Exactly.
It's a banging.
well done,
banging
well done.
option.
And then the reason you get the schnitzel, you still got room for your banana split for dessert. If you were having the same genre, what would your way of thinking
Okay.
be? Would it be
my
arancini?
No, I actually don't think I've had an arancini before.
You've not had an... Sorry, what is going on? What is going on?
I don't think I've had an arancini.
You've not had an arancini? Have you never been to a finger food event? It's always the very first hot food that comes out.
Is it the rice ball thing?
Yeah, and
I
it's
might have had it
crumbs.
once, but I don't really
And
remember
they're
very
always
well. They're
a
never that good.
disappointment.
Never that good.
Because you look at it and it's hot, it's cheesy.
I tell you
and then
why,
eat it and it's
because
bland.
when you go to like a food court, you go to those shitty restaurant,
And it's
shitty sandwich places
Yep.
that have like the little hot bar,
And it's like-
and you can see these big
like a tenth
eggs
of it.
of an arancini.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to... Okay.
No.
With arancini, you want ones you can put in at once or like 2 bites. I don't want to have to eat a giant, like, softball-sized arancini with a knife and fork.
That's a good point.
Don't
That's a
make
good
me
point.
eat entree food with a knife and fork.
Oh, you've taken the salt and pepper calamari. That's a really tough one
Would
to
you go
try.
salt and pepper calamari?
I don't know. There's what even like matches with that. There's no good things to go other than that
In like
that
the
kind-
same cuisine?
Same cuisine.
You could go wedges.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
not
really
good.
an entree though.
You could get an entree-sized pasta.
Can I say
that's
something?
a big
Can
call.
can I shirk all
Yeah.
of this? I might go Chinese food.
Oh, but what would you have for dessert? Deep fried ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
actually a good call.
That's
I mean,
pretty
this is
good.
white man Chinese food, but that's good.
What have I had?
Oh, mate.
Like
Chinese
usually-
food?
Yeah.
A spring roll. No, I wouldn't have spring roll. I'd have Sanchoy bao.
Peking duck.
Sanchoy bao,
I love
Peking
Peking
duck.
duck.
How do they do How do they do Peking duck
Peking
for
duck
entree?
is like a little bit of duck with a little bit of like this like plum sauce. And they fold it up into a
I
little
love a
parcel with a
plum
pancake.
sauce. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that actually sounds good.
Delicious.
So you'd have your Peking duck.
Yeah.
And then if I was to have a main,
Yeah.
would it be in the meat days, steak and black bean?
Ooh,
Yeah.
cashew chicken.
Oh, good one.
Cashew
Good
chicken.
one. None of us said lemon chicken, so
No
that's
one's
good.
I'm a cashew chicken all the way.
Cashew chicken, that's a good one.
I like any kind of stir fry.
And a special fried
kind of
rice.
stuff.
Special fried
special
rice.
fried rice goes
Gotta
with
have
it.
the special fried rice.
Gotta have the special fried rice.
Do you know, I had a special fried rice on green rice. I don't know how the rice
Can I
was
tell
green.
you something?
Probably
I
food dye.
had a special rice a special fried rice.
My mum
That's one
always
of the-
told me I was a special rice. Yeah.
One of the best special fried rice ever, but it was at the most junky place ever. But they always are the
Do you
best.
reckon it was, I tell you why it was good? There would have been a 9-year-old on the fryer.
I tell you what, I can tell you where this was. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was called. It might have been called Noodle World, but it was in
mate.
North Melbourne.
Oh, yeah. There's a Noodle World in North Melbourne.
So good.
I love
so
Noodle
good.
World.
A big plate full of rice, and I don't remember what I was doing. I think I might have been coming home from like a
Mate.
comedy thing or something.
Noodle World you wouldn't expect to
It's
be
so
good, but it
good.
slaps. There's a Noodle World just down the road.
Special fried rice with the little
Damn.
weird pieces of pork in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And the little tiny
It could
prawns.
be bacon. It
Who
could be
knows?
pork rind.
It might
could
just be
chicken.
anything.
It,
You know, it's like
it
that
could be
ham that they put on
capsicum.
pizza.
Yeah. True. Okay, and then followed up by dessert, deep fried ice cream.
Deep fried ice cream.
Gotta have deep fried
Maybe,
ice cream.
yeah. I don't know what else you can have.
No.
Like, if I could substitute any dessert, I might say baklava, but that's not at all for that.
Favorite dessert? Fuck, that's chalky mousse and
Chalky
berries.
mousse.
Chalky mousse and berries.
Oh,
Yeah.
you add some berries on it.
Do you know what I've decided just now? What I'm
Yeah.
going to do? I'm going to get all the boys around for a 3-course meal.
I'm
I'm going to cook a 3-course meal, a very fancy
Do you want to
meal.
go out together and go have an actual? Whoa, Oscar's up.
Oh, hi, Oscar.
We were talking about food.
Yeah, and you go package. That's actually a good idea.
We should
Let's
go out
and do a 3-course meal.
do a 3-course meal.
Yeah.
Let's be must be nice people for once.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Next slide.
Next slide.
Joshua, please sing the intro for this segment.
We're not doing that. We're gonna record. We'll have something good for next week though. It's time for Comedi-Songs, Jono.
And Josh is going to sing the opener.
Let's do it together at the same time.
3, 2, 1.
Comedi-Songs, Comedi-Songs. Here
Does
we
whatever
are.
the
to
Comedi-Song does.
does.
That was actually surprisingly beautiful. Comedi-Songs is something that we've never called that before. We called it the Comedy Comp, but I think Comedi-Song
Challenge,
sounds better.
Comedy comp. Comedy
Comedi-Songs is where...
last month.
This happened last time. I'll take it for the first 7 seconds and then you can carry over. So a few weeks ago, I challenged Josh to make an ad about JP's Rod and Rod, and he challenged me to make a folk song about the Emu War.
I did. And that was what we did. So the idea is we challenge each other to do a different thing this
Yeah.
week. We do it every month now.
And then-
Second month of doing it.
That's right. And we're not going to take ages to get back to you. First segment of next week's episode
Will be this.
It's
going to be
So
great.
if you're binge watching, if you're catching up, lucky day, in 5 minutes, you're going to be listening to it.
Amazing.
Incredible
How about
scenes.
that?
Now, Joshua, I've got one for you.
You got one for
I'm
me?
going to pitch. No,
Did
you're
you
going to
just
do it
tell me
first.
I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
did.
tell you?
Yeah. Sorry. Well, you pause, so I'm like, I just filled the
like,
gap by
why are you-
yapping. Yeah. So I've got
Vamping.
one for you.
I've
but
got one for you
you're
too. I'm going to go
give
first
yours
and you're
first.
going to
Yeah,
show off next week.
Yeah.
Jono, I'd like you to make
Yeah.
an ad this week. I'd like to make an ad for a very high class, very high concept game
Oh, okay, great.
called
'Cause
Jaffle.
Jaffle. All
So
right.
it's in the style of like if you've seen like
Is it a board game?
no. It's a video game.
Oh, it's a video game.
Video game.
Yeah.
If you want to look up, it's sort of like that sort of like really sort of high class, like high concept games. If you want to look up a guy called Kojima. I'll send you a message for it later. Hideo Kojima does these
Yep.
like really high effort, like sort of like vibey, sort of like
Oh, this sounds
interesting games. Basically, the idea is
no sense.
I want you to make a really high class game about Jaffle.
Yep.
The idea is that it's about a Jaffle maker in some way, shape, or
Oh,
form.
the game is centered around a Jaffle maker.
It's available on all
Okay,
platforms.
great.
And I need you to also
Yep.
make sure that you
this is complicated. Yeah. What are my caveats?
I'm trying to think of a good caveat here.
Yeah.
I didn't have the caveat in my
is
head.
it musical or is it's an ad?
It's an ad. It's an ad.
So it's not a song. It's an
not
ad.
a song.
Okay,
it's an
cool,
ad.
cool.
For the ad, what am I gonna? Yeah, I think that's fair. I think
I
that's
think
already
fair.
a little bit difficult.
So it's an ad.
It's an ad
It's
for
about
a high concept game.
and I don't know what the fuck that
About-
means. It's about a Jaffle iron.
A Jaffle iron. So
Okay,
the idea
cool.
is that I want you to give us maybe a trailer.
A trailer.
That's
That's a good idea. That's
what it
a
is.
good
That's what I'm
idea.
looking for.
A trailer. Yeah.
So if you need to Google some
Yeah.
trailers, I'll
I
send
like
you some
this.
concepts
I
of
like
what I'm
this.
thinking of.
I like this
and
a lot.
you can do what you want to
Mate,
figure that
I've
one out.
already got a feeling it's going to be the best game I've ever played in my life. All right. Fantastic. Joshua, are you ready to hear what I've
I'm ready
got?
for this.
I mentioned, I can't remember if this was on the pod or in a break, but I mentioned that Russell was going to make an appearance.
Oh, really?
And, well, he's not going to make an appearance, but he's going to make an appearance next week. So what I want
Do you
you
want
to
me
do...
to get in touch with Russell?
I don't want you to do anything this week.
Oh.
Russell's actually going to make a
Have
song.
you sent this already to him?
I've already emailed him and printed it out on his fax
Great.
machine. Right?
Great. He only gets messages from fax machine.
What he's going to do now in the sort of the rap world,
Oh.
I'm talking like I'm talking like the Drakes of the world.
Drake.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
this. I started from the bottom, now I'm here.
Yeah.
Stuff, right? And I don't want you to rip off Drake's track. Find a fucking. Russ is going to find a dodgy SoundCloud free beat.
Yeah.
And it's going to be look at how many ladies I've got. Look at how many boats I've got. I live in a wealthy suburb.
Similar to like if you've seen those British geezers do a rap.
Yeah. It's like it's an old man rap about money, drugs, and hoes. Pretty much.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah.
like.
I think
But
I
you're
think
not
Russell,
gonna do it. Russell's gonna do it.
I'll get in
Yeah,
touch
yeah.
with Russell, and
Yeah.
Russell will be all around that.
And the only caveats are it has to be aggressively not something you would expect an old man to do. Right? Like it's gonna be hip. It's gonna be for the kids.
Okay.
You have to mention his boat.
A boat.
You have to mention his wife. And you have to
wife.
mention his golf club membership.
So boat.
Yeah.
I'm making sure I have it down so I can tell him.
So you can, if Russell
it's boat,
faxes you about
wife,
it. Yeah,
and
golf club
golf club
membership.
Did you want him to come and introduce it on the show next week as well? He might want to
he
do
can
that.
introduce the song.
All right, I'll talk to him about that.
Yeah, it makes more sense him introducing it than you.
Yeah, why would I? I
Yeah.
have nothing to do with this one.
Yeah,
Why are you
yeah,
telling
yeah.
him? This is not. This
You,
is great.
you can just go have a cigarette outside or
That's
something.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. No
So,
worries.
yeah, should we just roll
Amazing.
into it?
Yeah, let's roll into it. We had an amazing show today.
Can I do the thing?
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Roses are red. It's sexy time because this is episode 69
it
of
is.
the Comedi-Songs.
Funny number time.
Yeah, it's funny,
Funny
number.
number time.
Mate, it's a long time until the next
This was
funny
a huge
number.
show.
It was a huge show, actually. We started off at Joshua's
Worldwide Developer Conference, JJJWWDC.
Mate, things are on the up and up for Joshua.
That's what I've been told.
I did think
Joshua
it was
West.
strange that the beta Josh was introducing the next Josh.
No. That's just a separate name person called Josh.
Oh,
Everyone at the
It's
company is
called
called Josh.
It's like how everyone who works
Except
at
for the
Apple's
guy
last
that
name
nearly
is
got
Apple.
called Craig.
But he fixed that. We fixed that.
Yeah.
All right? All
His
good.
name's actually Craig Josh, but everyone calls him Josh.
Yeah. Easy mistake to make.
Craig
to accidentally say
Joshua
Craig. And then something crazy happened,
Yeah.
Joshua. The
There you go.
boomers started doing fucking
Yeah.
stand-up comedy about the Gen Z. And the Gen Z did what they did best. And they just went with the flow. And Josh, how the fuck are we going to get through life without knowing how to load a musket and get conscripted for the war?
I don't know. How do you even
How
concept
do you
that?
do that?
You know what? Maybe
Yeah.
we could ask someone to shout us an idea for that because I don't know how.
He might be able to help us do that.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
That's your next topic.
Oh, the shout.
Yeah,
That went over my head.
that's what I just said. Yeah. That's
I
what
thought
the
you were
shout
doing a
was.
callback to
We were talking
Russell
about
could help
shouting.
us do
No,
old
no.
man stuff. That makes a lot more sense
Yeah,
than you
why
said that
would you-
joke. Because you were referencing the segment in that. So that's very
That's
good.
what you,
I like
that's
that.
what I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
there. See, it was a nice rolling topic.
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't
great.
get us bogged down in the conversation.
No, this is good because now I'm trying to think about what I did. Oh yeah, we talked about
Courses.
spring rolls and banana splits.
Horses
and-
for horses.
Bro, I
For
really,
humans.
I would love to munch on a banana split right now.
Oh.
I would sell my soul
Let's
for a
go
banana
down
split.
to Lygon Street and have a bowl.
No, we got to go down Mount Alexander Road and go to Cafe Palms.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
that's what we need to do.
And then you challenged me to
I
make a song
challenged
about
you
Jaffle irons.
to make a
No.
trailer for a game
Yeah.
about a Jaffle iron.
I
So like a
know.
high concept
Bro,
game.
If I fucking pull this off, like, if I get a product on the table, that's going to be impressive. You know what? You're going to go. I'm just going to sit
don't have
in
to
my
do anything
room.
this week.
You don't have to do anything. I'm going to be watching YouTube going, what is a video game?
I'm going to send you a couple
Yeah.
videos so you have an idea of
I
what I'm
don't
thinking
want to
about.
watch them. Can I do it with no research?
No,
that's
I want
too
something
hard. That's
specific.
too hard.
I want
Yeah,
something
yeah.
very specific from
Send me
you.
one and I'll skim watch it.
It's like 3 minutes. I watched a moment of it.
3
Okay.
minutes, bro. TikTok's like 20 seconds. Fucking hell.
Their trailers are like 2 to 3 minutes nowadays.
No, that's absolutely stupid. Yeah. Anyway,
Can't
is
believe it.
that the end? Can you hear that?
Yeah,
I can hear
sometime.
that. Yeah.
At some point.
Sometimes, like,
Check
I
us out
can't
on
actually hear
on
it.
comedianons.com.
But then other
Send us a
times
voice message.
I can hear
Check
it.
it out on Twitter. Check it out
And
Twitter.
right now I can hear it.
Yeah.
It's
See you
hard
later.
to hear you because of the
See ya.
sound. Bye.